welcome back to another RPG Maker MV episode. This is part 4, and today we will create an intro cutscene to explain why this boy right here is here. By the way, this is for the future, so don't mind this for now. But anyway, so he's here. So why is he here? So I think first step would be to create an intro. Call it intro, make it just anywhere, and I think that's fine. So if we play the intro, he'll appear in this area here, which will appear to be a black screen. So let's transport our guy to intro, and we'll put him here. So if we check it, we'll see that the intro is just a black screen. Now, since he's appearing in it, we could also make it so that he looks transparent. Now he'll just be invisible during this cutscene, in which case we can add a text that'll say, I guess we'll just start the story with maybe a burning castle, like the castle is on fire. So, on a dark and gloomy night, typical starter, gloomy night, a castle has been lit on fire. It's been lit on fire. The Lord attempts to flee the castle. Alright, so we can make this so it's auto runs, and then it will transfer the player to intro. Oh yeah, we gotta make intro 2. So I want him to be running across a bridge of some sort, just to show that he's fleeing. Call this intro 2, and we gotta make this outside. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to go here. Maybe just make it like this. Have it droop down a bit. Add this here. Bit of this. There we go. And now we gotta add the bridge element, which can go like this. That's a little too far. Maybe like here. Alright. And then we can grass this. Fill tool. Let's add a tree maybe. A few trees. Put them here, here, and here. There we go. And let's see. We can. There we go. Just. And we gotta add it like this. There we go. Add this here. And then a little path, I'd say. Should just go through the forest. We should also add some water, which can be done like this. And now we gotta make it nighttime. By using this ink pen thing here, it creates a little shadowy patch. We could use these patches to make it look like an illusion of nighttime. Because usually, like in shows and stuff, the fire always happens at night. To show just how scary a time it could be when your castle is literally lit on fire. Alright, so let's see here. There we go. Now we should add a fire effect to make it look like the castle is on fire. So let's do that real quick. This will be this fire will do. And we'll make it so that we use a self switch here to change to this one. So yeah, that's pretty much it. For that, we gotta add another fire to it, which will be the second one. And it'll, sort of like a flip book, we'll see that the fire moves like that. So in order to do this, we need to do a wait first, 20 seconds. And then we add a self switch on. And then we'll just literally copy this. Just bring it over here. Hold up. I gotta cut this, then paste it. There we go. And we gotta make it so it turns off. So then it'll just keep switching between this every 20 seconds. So with that, we can make the fire look fire-like. Another thing we should do to make it look more light is that we add little textures, like light textures around it from the ink pen. So copy it, paste it, just put it here, maybe some up here, and here, and here, and here. So what we can do is that, hold up, where's this transfer us? This will transfer us to intro 2, maybe here. Alright, so we want him to be on horseback, but there's no real effective way to make our player look like he's riding on a horse. So the real reason why is that we do something like this with Apollo here, which I've decided to name him beforehand. So he's just a horse. And basically, instead of having a normal player type thing, he has his horse one that we could find in nature here and his walking animation from nature. So with that, we can also, before we transfer the player, make it so that he turns into a horse by removing our character, which I decided to name Graham, and then adding Apollo to the team. Alright, so with Apollo, he'll appear here, which we have to create an auto run event to make sure he appears. Let's see. It's transparency. I gotta find it real quick. Alright, change transparency to off. This will auto run, and then it'll erase itself. And parallel, actually. Oh yeah, I should probably delete these, by the way, because they're on the button mode, which we don't want. So we want this to be on the parallel, because we want the player to move through here. That's not it. I didn't copy it right there. Then we can just add some like this here, there, and there. Also got to add the light patches. That's not what I wanted. There, here, there, and finally here. Alright. So now he'll appear here. And we should also add a thing here, as a little extra detail. Not parallel, player touch. That when he tries to go back, he'll say, it's too dangerous to head back. Alright. We'll just copy it and paste it here. Alright. And return to a horse. Alright. So now we have to now we can edit the music actually and the sound effects to make it sound more like a fire's happening. For example, if we go to Quake, it could sound like an earthquake, but at the same time it also sort of sounds like fire. So we can use that as well as background music such as the dungeon themes, maybe probably that one, to make it feel like that you have to speed it up and get out of there. And I think that's good. So let's create intro 3, which will be outside again. And this time we'll change the music up again in the sound effects. So the contrast to make it seem like the player is leaving the castle, which is scary, to a more calmer area, we can use the backgrounds music, such as one of the town themes, like, yeah, that'll do. And then the background sound of a river, most likely, because of how our thing has a little river nearby. So with intro 3, okay, that's the wrong one. We need this. There. So, here we go. And then up here. Alright, and then we can just fill this in with grass. There we go. Like little forest clearing. Let's make a path. No. Alright. Okay, so see how we have this path here and it looks pretty clean. What we can do to make it look like, or to still the illusion that he traveled very far out into the woods as if he was trying to flee, is that we can also just dirty up the path a bit and make it look kind of run down, I guess. There. Like it's an old path. And we'll add, let's add a sign, maybe here. Because in the forest, there's a sign here to match that. So we'll add a sign here. And let's also make intro 2 lead into. Oh yeah, that's right. Because we transformed into a horse, if we just transfer the player, he'll also still look like a horse here. So the best method is to fade out the screen. Oh, not BGM. The screen itself. Fade out, and then what was it? It was player change party member. So we can remove Apollo and then add Graham. And then fade in screen. No. Transfer player to the place. Intro 3. Here, maybe. And then fade in the screen. Alright, and that'll be like a clean cut. So the reason why I wanted to put him here is because there's also a campfire thing that we can do to make it look like he's just camped out here for a bit. Hold on, let me see where that lands. Player touch. Alright. So let's put him. Okay. So let's just move the campfire to the left one. So he'll appear here. And let's make the horse appear. Because he did travel on horse. So let's just have him appear right here. Alright. So when he lands here, we should have an auto run event. Hold up, auto run. And it'll say, because he's lost, we'll say, I should check that sign over there to see where I am. No, to get my bearings. There we go. Use his face. Okay, that cuts off. Switch it. There. And then it erases itself. Alright. So it'll appear here. That'll play. So it'll tempt him to go to the sign. The sign will say, oh, by the way, I named the village in the town Beginner. Sort of like a joke, like beginner. So, if we go back to the intro 3, we can change it to say Okay. Edit. Beginner's Village. And it'll say dash dash, and then bam. Alright. Now he'll say, I should also tell Apollo to get help. Because he needs to get help because he's stuck in the woods. Alright. Okay. And that'll bring the player to here, probably. Or here probably. And we'll say, Apollo, can you please tell the local lords and then the horse will say what all horses say. Nay. A cool thing we can do with this, though, is that we can go to the sound effects, which we find here, and if we go down, there's a horse sound effect right here. So every time he speaks, we can just say that. And we'll say, that's a good horse. So now we're going to need him to leave. So we can create a control switch that we use to make him disappear. So we'll do horse leave, which is an event I prepared. And horse leave will go on. And then we'll have a new event page where he'll have horse leave be the thing and he'll just vanish. But we could also do a thing here where we play a sound effect again. Let me find it. Sound effect. The horse sound effect again. Alright, okay. Fade out the screen. And then they'll turn the control switch on. Then we can play another sound effect, which will be, let's see. Yeah, that one. That one will make it sound like he just ran away. And then fade in the screen, thus creating the illusion that he just ran away. Oh, shoot. Hold up. Control C, Control V, delete, Control C, Control V, and delete. Fade in screen should be on the bottom. Fade in screen. There we go. This should be parallel, I think. No, auto run. And then it'll erase the event. Alright, I think that will be good. Alright, so what we can do, another thing, is that, see how we put here, it's too dangerous to head back now. We can do a little cheat and just copy that and just paste it here if the player tries to run back that way, where the castle was. Alright, and another thing we should do is that we should add a control switch here, which I've decided to call intro, and we'll turn that on. So when you go here and there's no switches pulled on or horse leave, it'll say, I should read that sign back there. Yeah, you should add his face first. wouldn't want to get lost in the forest. Da, da, da. There we go. And if we do 2 more pages, one where the switch of intro is on, it'll say, I should tell Apollo to get help. Might worry for me if I don't tell them I'm okay. Oh boy. We gotta do this, and I forgot that this cuts it off a bit. There we go. And 3, which will require the intro and the horse leave, it'll just transfer us to our location, which will be the forest, which we'll put probably here. Alright. Player touch. Player touch. Player touch. Alright. Control C, Control V. And we should probably also decorate this path a bit. Maybe add some like little details sprinkled out. Maybe add some tree stumps. Here. There. And add some trees about through here. Like it's still like an unbeaten road. I mean a beaten road. Maybe some rocks here and there. Just to bounce it out. Yeah, I think that's good. Alright. So we should also check this. Alright, I made it player touch good. Alright. Let's see. Did I set him to the right place? Yeah, okay. So let's just test it out. See how it goes. Alright guys, that'll be it for today. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like this video. It'll really help out the channel. And I think that's all for today. Oh, tomorrow, or not tomorrow, the next time we record, I will tell about this place. This will be the next episode. Anyway, goodbye.